Diddy just made a movie-like speech in court telling his family he's getting closer to coming home with every passing hour. He was in court for an acquittal hearing, trying to get two Mann Act convictions completely thrown out. After the hearing wrapped, he turned to the pews packed with his family. His mom, 6 of his kids, everyone was there, and got super emotional. He told them he loves them and that they all make him incredibly proud. He specifically looked at his mom Janice, blew her a kiss, and called her beautiful. Then he dropped the line, "Every day, every hour, I get closer to coming home," before being walked out of the court. His legal team argued that just watching the infamous freak-offs isn't prostitution because he didn't pay for sex. But prosecutors fired back, saying he reimbursed the women who set up the sexual encounters, which is aiding the act. The judge adjourned without a decision, saying he'd rule on the matter soon. Now everyone is waiting to see what happens, with his sentencing still scheduled for October 3rd. His freedom is completely up in the air.
Sean Diddy Combs could face years behind bars, but he spoke confidently with his family in the courtroom, telling them to stay strong. He was proud of them, and he said it's up to the grace of God. He attended a proceeding where his lawyer sought to have his prostitution conviction overturned, arguing that his freak-offs were private porn with consenting adults. Prosecutors say Combs paid escorts to cross state lines to have sex. They've advocated for Diddy to do 4 to 5 years behind bars. His lawyers suggested 14 months, in essence, time served. Diddy was acquitted of racketeering and sex trafficking charges in July.
Hey, yo, what's the deal, B? So P.Diddy team is asking for a new trial or have the case dismissed, and the prosecution is asking for 136 months, which equivalates to 11 years, or they're asking for life in prison. So the prosecution is really trying to stick it to Diddy by asking the judge to give him 11 years, man, for the Mann Act, which is outrageous, bro. I have never heard of anyone getting that much time for prostitution. And then we got Cassie, she writing the judge letters saying that she fears for her life if he gets out. She went through a traumatic experience with Diddy and she fears he might retaliate. Girl, if you don't sit your ass down, you could have left at any time, man. Ain't nobody trying to hear that shit, man. You was a willing participant. You know what I mean? But the prosecution is so focused on the domestic violence, which he was never charged with. Remember, he didn't get charged with domestic violence, stomping her, or none of that shit, you know? And they focusing on the freak-offs, which considering adults were having, like making porn tapes. If that's the case, mad niggas should be arrested for that crime, B. You know what I mean? But the judge still denied him bail, bro, for $50 million, which is crazy because it's murderers who got out for less than that, man. That white dude that killed them people, man, he got out for $1 million on bail. But what was all these raids and finding baby oil? And what happened to the kids that was at the party? And the people that was allegedly sex trafficked? What happened to all that, man? I ain't heard nothing about that in the case. They just trying to stick this freak off shit on Diddy, man. But that judge is pretty stern, man. He denied him bail like 5 times, man. And he ain't playing, man. This don't look good for P. Diddy, bro. Because they said that judge doesn't like him at all. He better start greasing his palm and give him a brown paper bag or something. Give him some of that $50 million, man. I know you'll take that then and let your ass go or give you some time served, man. But under the guidelines, a man that picking up prostitutes, he didn't even pay the prostitutes. Cassie paid the prostitutes. And he didn't even fuck them. He had prostitutes fuck his girl. So how? I don't get this crime, man. A Mann Act? Like hiring somebody to smash your chick is a fucking 11 years to life? That doesn't even sound right, B. That's why I think this is a humiliation ritual, a shakedown, and put them back in line. because by the time you get out, it has been a year, like 14 months or whatever. And, they always try to straighten you up and get you back in line, man, when you fall out of line. They did this to a lot of people already. Ja Rule, Fat Joe, Lauryn Hill, you know what I mean? So, yeah, it might do a couple years, but he'll definitely be out. Because what they trying to charge him with is some definitely bullshit, man. The Mann Act, that doesn't deserve 11 years. I know Diddy creeping on did some horrible things, but they didn't even convict him of the horrible things he did. They did all of that searching his crib, all of this baby oil thing, all of this plastering on the news, just to convict him of the Mann Act, which is picking up a prostitute. Jesus. Y'all comment below, man. Let me know what y'all thinking, how y'all feel about the judge trying to choke this nigga, man. Make sure y'all stream Standing on Business, where I'm from, and it's my turn on all platforms, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube Music, all the streaming sites, man. I'm out of here. One love. Peace.